Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to give everyone a second to hop in. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Hang in there with me. I am getting some technical things taken care of, and I will be on in just a moment. Welcome, welcome, everybody. My name is Spunky from iCraft Everything. And today we are going to be creating these gorgeous beer can glasses. Once we're done, it should look like this. So for this project, you will need a Cricut machine, 651 vinyl. You will need a weeder, some scissors, the cup that you're planning to make, and measuring tape to measure the length and width of the cup. In addition to, of course, the Cricut machine, if I didn't say that already. So we're going to kick this thing off by weeding the vinyl. So for this project, I've already gone ahead and cut out the vinyl on the machine. So I'm going to start the process by weeding. So hang in there with me for just a minute. All right, just 1 second, you guys. I'm just working to get something pulled up here. All right. So this is my project that has already been weeded. Or excuse me, already been cut. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the process out by weeding. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned that it's going to be important for you to have transfer tape also. You're definitely going to need that in order to get the projects going. And this vinyl here is some very special vinyl. It does something really unique that I will show you guys at the end of, I'll tell you guys about as we get toward the end of the video. And as always with live videos, you never know what could happen. So hopefully this weeds for me nice and easy and I don't have to stop the project to go back and recut it. But if we do, that's okay because I have another one here that we can try in the interim. Y'all see how some of the pieces for the design want to stay on the paper? That is common when your machine doesn't cut it thick enough. All right. So this is the carrier sheet. You can just throw this away once you've gotten everything you need off of there. Now, if you have other pieces that need to be weeded, you can go ahead and pull those out. On this one, it has some very, very tiny things. If they cooperate with me, if they don't, it's not a big deal. All right, so once you've finished up with that, you just put it to the side and pick up your next one. This cup is a very special cup. It was requested by one of my favorite people. So I'm not sure if she's watching, but if she is, hey, she specially requested this cup after I posted the one that I made inside of our group. If you're not already a part of our group, we do have one on Facebook. It is called iCraft Everything. And we are working to build it up to a place where you can come, and if you have any questions about your crafting or if you'd like to learn something, you can pop over and we will help. We also teach classes, and we have Canva classes from time to time, and we have greeting card classes from time to time, and literally we craft everything. There are so many people in there who have lots of knowledge on lots of different things. As you can see, this design has teensy little dots in it, so you have to weed very carefully when you have very small parts. As you can see, those little teensy dots are trying to come up. This is a special type of vinyl, so I had to cut it with a specific setting. Normally, if you have very tiny pieces, you can most likely use what's called the washi tape setting, and it makes it a little bit easier for you to weed that. Very, very slowly pull pieces of your vinyl up for this design. Sometimes along the way, I like to take my scissors and chop off the vinyl just so it doesn't get in the way and so it doesn't re-stick, because it's really important for me to be able to save the majority of the design. In this case, I still left a few little dots on there, so they're sticking to my hand. That's okay. We can go back and create some more dots later. Trust me, you will not even miss them. Just keep slowly weeding your project. Hello, everyone. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. Just trying to get these little teensy dots to stay, y'all. As you can tell, they want to be stubborn and not pull up. All right, y'all, we are almost done with this. And this project is being made with permanent vinyl. This is a special type of vinyl. It is called color changing vinyl. Looks really plain and bare. Right now it's white, but it does change at some point. Just getting these teensy pieces out of here. Now you can use the weeder if you like, but I just like to use my hand because it's a little easier that way. That one's done. This one should be a little bit easier because the pieces are bigger. All right. So you can just take that and trash it once you're finished. And now this sheet of vinyl has lots of little dots on it. So let's see how many of those actually come up. I don't have nails on, so it makes it a little bit more challenging to get this up. I'm going to use the squeegee. This is optional to try to push those dots down on the paper and get them to stay. All right, y'all, these are weeding a lot easier. All right, so far I only lost one little dot. Fingers crossed. You can definitely tell the difference in the quality of the vinyl that you choose to use based off of how easy it weeds. All right, so once you have that weeded, you just take the part that you'd like to lay first. In this situation, I'm going to start with our little flowers. And I like to use vinyl multiple times. So I'm going to take the transfer tape that I have used from a previous project and I'm going to reuse it. If you have a new slice of transfer tape, you can absolutely use that. In fact, I recommend that, especially if you are new to using Cricut vinyl. All right. So, of course, you peel that off really, really slow. Make sure that each individual piece attaches to the transfer tape. It's important when you select your transfer tape that you use regular transfer tape. Please do not make the mistake of using strong grip transfer tape. You will regret it and you'll have to start your whole project over. I have done it a time or two, and don't worry, I will do a video on how to use strong transfer tape and the difference of that coming in the future. But just be really careful how you choose to weed this. Or, sorry, pull it up on the transfer tape. Make sure you go really slow. Now, depending on the type of vinyl, this should come up really easy. This particular vinyl company actually sent us certain type of transfer tape that you use, but I didn't like it because it has red lines on it, and I can't see my project on red lines. So this particular type of transfer tape is much more friendly. I had that pulled up and then it stuck back down. All right. There we go. So you can take this and stick it to the side or put it in the trash. Now I have this nifty little thing that is a cup cradle. I don't often use it, but you're more than welcome to put your project on the cup cradle to get it started. And just be sure you lay this wherever you'd like it to go. And then you can roll your transfer tape all the way around wherever you'd like it to go. Make sure you do not overlap it, because you want your design to attach to the cup itself, not the transfer tape. Once you have it on, you just rub it all around like so, and you gently pull up the transfer tape. All right. So up next, you'll take the next piece of your design and you'll do the same thing. Make sure you lay it flat. You can use the squeegee if you like. If you don't have a squeegee, you can use a credit or debit card. And to make sure you pull up all the pieces to the design on your transfer tape. If you have a hard time, you can roll it over. Sometimes that helps to like try to attach it from the back side. And sometimes that makes it a little bit easier. You may still have one or two though that give you a hard time, but that's okay. All right, so for this one, I'm going to grab another piece of transfer tape and I'm going to stick this to the side, and I'm going to take this one and I'm going to layer this one first, only because it has, nope, I'm going to, never mind, scratch what I just said, y'all. We're going to pull this one over. Make sure you are careful where you lay this. You can easily pull it up a couple of times if you choose to, but just be very careful. Oh, I see something that I forgot on this design, y'all. Hold on. All right, so I forgot to weed out this A. So you just go in and take it out. All right. Now, if you find that certain parts of your design aren't laying where you want them to, that's okay. We can always come back and put them in individually later. And as you can tell, certain parts of it don't want to lay, but that's okay. All right. So we still have some dots on here. So you'll just go in and place those dots wherever you want them to go. If you like, you can take the straw and the top off the cup if you choose to. It's not a big deal if you don't. Just be very careful. As you can tell, I am not laying down the whole transfer tape, just a portion of it. Just to kind of put these little dots in the center of the flower. They're kind of optional, so if you have some without dots, that's okay. It's just kind of personal preference. And I also have a different color vinyl that I'm going to be attaching here in just a minute. You see that one doesn't want to come up. And the beauty of going live is you never know what could happen. So, all right, let's get this one. Oh, maybe that's why. There we go. If you have used your transfer tape previously, be very careful about other pieces of the project that may have been left on your transfer tape. You can use a fresh piece of transfer tape if you like. It's just super sticky when you use it for the first time. So because I like to have my transfer tape with a little less stickiness, I always go ahead and choose a transfer tape that I've previously used. It's personal preference though. Can you get all of them? Yeah, looks like we got all of them. Okay, let's put this one to the side. All right, so same thing with this one. Y'all see that A want to be stubborn and not lay there? All right, so same thing with the hearts. These should be a little bit easier to lay. What I like to share with people is the beauty of creating your own projects that my husband reminds me of often is that you are the author of those projects and no one knows what your idea for it to look like is except for you. So if you feel like you mess up a project, don't ever sweat it. Just keep pushing and see how it turns out. Worst case scenario, you might have to remake it. But that's okay. This project is turning out pretty cute though. So far, so good. right, we got one more heart, y'all. Let's see where we're going to add that. It looks pretty full. Let's put it here. All right, you guys. Up next, we have a set of blue dots that we're also going to add. If you watch any of our content here, you know that we do not like to waste vinyl or any project material for that matter. So it's really important that we save. So just because you don't want to be buying all that stuff if you don't have to, you know. So it's really annoying that I had all this extra vinyl right here and I didn't get to use it. But that's okay. All right, let's add these dots. Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for joining us on this Saturday evening. We really appreciate you being here. If you're here and you have any questions, please feel free to add them to the chat. I can't see them right now to address them, but don't worry, I will follow up with you guys after the fact. All right. And voila. This beautiful cup is finished. Before the person who gets the cup uses it, it's recommended that they let the vinyl cure for 24 to 48 hours before they wash it. And I'm going to pop that one right over there. And I have another one to create with you guys. This one's a little bit taller. Same type of material. And this one's going to be a little bit easier to weed anyway. I don't know about to create the project, but we'll see what happens. Here we go again with a lot of extra material on the end. Y'all always make sure you chop that before you start the weeding process. That way you can save on as much material as possible. This cup is going to be filled with summer vibes. As you can tell, it doesn't want to weed as easily. But that's okay. So just take that and just toss it in the trash. I like to just kind of stick the vinyl on myself sometimes as I go. It's a little bit easier, and then at the end I can just throw it out. This one's kind of long too, so you can just kind of chop it. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, and let's see which way this one's gonna go. This one doesn't have, yep, it's got extra material. I know it don't seem like a lot, but when you just need a little piece of that material, you'll have it to use as opposed to having to go buy some. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button, like and share this video and our content. We would so appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for popping in and watching our content. I do hope that you're able to learn something amazing from watching our channel, and I hope it makes your business flourish and you go a long way. This one's not going to be so bad. It's only just this piece and that pink piece that we weeded a second ago. Get all those flowers out. All right, so now that we've got those out, the most important part is to determine where we want the flamingos to go on the cup. So I think I'm going to put those, I'm going to lay those down first. And since this one is not as intricate, I'll use the transfer tape that came with the color changing vinyls material. So lay it as flat as you possibly can, which is kind of hard because of the way the material comes in. All right. Same with this one. Be very careful how you pull up your material. If it doesn't pull from one side, you can always try from the other. And if you roll your paper slightly as you pull it up, it may make it a little bit easier for your design to come off. See? Like butter. Now, you can start anywhere. I'm not going to use the cup cradle. Just in case you guys don't have one, then you can kind of see how this is done if you do not have a cup cradle. Hopefully this one's going to be cute because I really like this design. I might keep this cup for myself instead of putting it in the store. If you're interested in purchasing any of the items that you saw here today, we do have a store. It is called Style by Spunky. That is www.style, S-T-Y-L-E, by B-Y, Spunky, S-P-U-N-K-I.com. feel free to mosey over there. These have not yet been added to the store, but they will be soon. So stay tuned for that. Now, if you don't have a squeegee, you can just kind of rub it on and gently pull it off. Make sure you just press and press and press until it stays in its position. If you do have a squeegee, you can go ahead and just take it and kind of rub it as it goes. If your vinyl has holes or bubbles in it, don't worry about those. A lot of times they will disappear after 24 hours. But just be sure you press it as you go. It's really important. Ooh, y'all see that flamingo don't want to cooperate. That's kind of what happens when you're live. You just never know. But the beauty of it is I can pull that flamingo off, make another one, and just put it back. So don't worry. I will correct that. I'm going to leave them there for now. I'll come back and fix them. Don't worry. That's what I meant when I was telling you guys about the stickiness of the transfer tape. The stickier it is, the more challenging it is to work with. So we're going to go back to this one. Okay. Now this material, again, is called 651 vinyl. It is permanent. So it will attach to your surface and it will usually stay there for a long period of time. As long as the person receiving this does not soak the cup in water for an extended period of time or put it in the dishwasher or use super hot liquids, then your vinyl should stay attached. I have cups made with this material that I've had for more than 5 years and they still look amazing. And anyone who have purchased our products can also agree that their cups still look the same as well. Because of the intricate cuts in this material, it may be kind of challenging to pull it up. So please be very, very careful depending on which type of design you have. Let's try it from the opposite end. Now you can also pull these up one at a time if they don't cooperate. Like as you can tell, these do not want to come up off the transfer backing. Normally this is pretty easy to do, but it wants to give me a hard time today. And ironically, the backing is actually tearing. There we go. Could be the type of material that I'm using also. This material is made by Cricut itself, and normally that is my favorite type of vinyl. But today it's giving me a hard time. I don't know why. Alright, I'm going to pull up the leaves that will come up, and then I'll come back for the ones that won't. Alright, so you just fill these in wherever you feel like they should go. I think because it's tiny pieces or intricate cuts, that's the reason why it doesn't want to pull up easily for me. Y'all see how that one wants to partially come up? Okay, there we go. All right, y'all hang in there. I'm going to grab some more transfer tape. And I'm back. Let's see how a new slice of transfer tape does. Maybe that one has been used one too many times. Whoopsie. Dropped my scissors. Good thing we have more here. So it's the same thing with the transfer tape as it is with the vinyl. Normally I have nails, but today I don't, and it's making it really challenging to get these off. Oopsie. All right, let's see if these will come off now that we have a new transfer tape. It's extra sticky, so it should definitely pull these up. Let's see what happens. All right, it's giving me a easier time than the other one was. I guess it didn't like it because the transfer tape was reused. All right, I'll come back for that in a sec. Maybe it's the backing paper on this particular material. Or it could be user error. That's possible too. Hello, hello to everyone that has joined. Yeah. Okay, the ones that you can't get, don't worry. You can always go back and make more and re-add them. And the ones that pull up weirdly, don't worry. You can always fix those. So that big flower right there looks like it's the only one I'm going to have to remake. Okay, awesome. So we got the majority of them with the exception of just this one. So I'm going to leave that one on there. I'll pull it off later, but let's find out where we want these to go. Let's see. Where am I going to put this one? If you have the squeegee, and so really all we need is to just recut this individual one and recut this flamingo. I'm going to go ahead and pull it off since it's not cured yet. And then we'll come back and add that on. But overall, it turned out pretty cute. And voila, we have a beautiful cup. So for today's presentation, we have created this beauty and this beauty. These are two different size cups. This one is a 16 ounce, I believe, and this one is a 20 ounce. And before this live came on, I made this beauty. I love it. But remember at the beginning of the live, I mentioned that this one is color changing. Stay tuned. I am going to create a new video soon to let you know what colors this turns. Thank you guys so much for popping in to watch the live with me and Craft Live. Today we layered 2 beer can cups and these were super fun. Thanks again for stopping in. I look forward to seeing you guys again on our next live. I really enjoyed you. If you have not already, don't forget to like and subscribe to this post or this channel. I craft everything. And again, my name is The Spunky One. Bye.